And we welcome you here to the Division 3 Reserves Grand Final out here at Jubilee Park on a stunning and sunning Saturday afternoon. I think we still are. We'll clock into afternoon very, very shortly. We have the Donvale taking on Upper Ferntree Gully in this final day of the Division 3 Reserves season. As you can hear coming through, the teams taking the side. That's Donvale in the black strip, of course, and Upper Ferntree Gully will be wearing their normal home kit with the red and blue stripes. The Magpies are running out. We'll take a moment to introduce ourselves. Christopher Ford is here with you on the call. Beside me in the corner chair, coming off the under-19s grand final. Paul Uconi. Paul, how are you today?
Yeah, it's good to be here. It was a great performance by Knox in the under-19s, but yeah, it's looking forward to this one.
Yeah, excellent. Obviously, Knox getting the better of Donvale in the under-19s grand final, and what turned out to be, dare I say, a bit of a blowout at the end, but it's one of three for Donvale Football Club this season, as they have not only their 19s in the past grand final, not only their reserves in this grand final, but also their seniors in the upcoming grand final that will take on Scoresby. So a brilliant season for the Magpies, but one that they'll be looking to cap off with some silverware. So we saw the 19s fall short, so the reserves will be looking to right that wrong. As we look into our form guides going into today, obviously Donvale second on the season with 64 points. Their only losses came twice against Upper Ferntree Gully in round 7 and round 16. And it's a Magpie side that are looking to do the double, go back-to-back from their 2024 Division 3 premiership victory over Surrey Park, in which they won by 2 points. On the other side of things for Upper Ferntree Gully, they finished with the minor premiership in hand, 68 points, granting them top spot. Their only loss coming against Scoresby in round 9, who they later knocked off in the preliminary final. So a lot to look forward to here. So Upper Ferntree Gully have gone the long way around after getting absolutely pummeled by their opponent in Donvale today, who in the second semi-final walked out 106-point victors. So, Paul, do you see that playing into the psyche a bit? Obviously, Upper Ferntree Gully 2-0 against Donvale in the season, but then you cop a 100-plus point drubbing like that. That can't help.
Yeah, no, it was very, it wasn't ideal for Upper Gully 2 weeks ago, but, you know, like, other than that, you know, it's been, you know, we've got the two best teams in the division, and, you know, we always want to see the two best teams in the grand final, so it should be a cracker, hopefully.
Yeah, it's certainly right, and it's what we're seeing off the ladder, first versus second, obviously here today. If you're wondering how the passing counters between these two sides have gone, in round 7 it was Upper Ferntree Gully walking out 30-point victors, 5-7-37, played 10-7-67. It was a game with a heavy scoring end. It was Ward from Upper Ferntree Gully walked out with the best on votes in that one, and then later on in round 16, Upper Ferntree Gully just got the job done in much more narrow fashion, 4-3-27, defeating Donvale 3-6-24. Nathan Barsley with best on in that, kicking 2 goals himself And then obviously in the second semi-final, like we just said, Upper Ferntree Gully 1-9-3, defeated by Donvale 16-13 for 1-09. I should say 1-3-9 was the score for Upper Gully. My apologies. But yeah, so a 100-point win there in the first week of finals, which is something that you don't see at all, really. For Donvale, it was Dane Curvis and Tommy Towd, all with 3 goals each. Brooking being given the best on votes for that one. So meant that Donvale booked their spot in the grand final straight away after that one. Whereas Upper Ferntree Gully had to go the long way around, and in the preliminary final, 7-7-49 defeated Scoresby 7-4-46. So 3-point victors on that one. They let it all breaks despite being goalless in the second and fourth quarters. So we're just about ready to get our pre-match ceremonies underway. As we'll throw to the MC shortly. I believe we'll have the national anthem played. We'll get through that. And we're all ready to bring you our Division 3 Reserves grand final action from out here at Jubilee Park.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Eastern Football Netball League, welcome to Jubilee Park, Ringwood for the Eastern 2025 Division 3 Reserves Grand Final between Donvale and Upper Ferntree Gully. Congratulations and best of luck to both competing sides in today's decider. Officiating umpires for today's match are, in the field, Eugene Pring, Daniel Geeson and Brad Pulley. Our boundary umpires for today, Patrick Thompson, Taj Fern Wannon, and our goal umpires, Martin Prizes and David Latchford. I would now ask all to be upstanding with the players and umpires for the Australian National Anthem. Good luck to both teams. May the best team win.
So that means we're just about ready to get going here as we're clearing the field from our pre-match proceedings. I'd say Jubilee Park looks in terrific condition today, Paul, especially with the sun out. Grass looks good. It's good weather for footy.
Yeah, it's an absolute carpet, the ground, you know, and the national anthem, it really gets the spines tingling on a day like this. You know, everyone's all excited and, you know, the nerves are starting to kick in, but, you know, all the players and, you know, spectators are all excited to be out here.
Exactly right. So this will be the second of 3 games that we have on today at Jubilee Park. Obviously, like we said before, the under 19.5's grand final just gone, and this on the reserves. And then later on, we'll have the senior men's grand final in Division 3 between Donvale and Scoresby. Donvale looking to go up after what seems like all too many years in Division 3, or all too many attempts after getting beaten out last year by Surrey Park. And Scoresby looking to make it 2 premierships and 2 promotions in 2 years. After playing Division 4 footy last season, they'll look to do one better and make it to Division 2 next year in 2026. So teams are just about ready to take their sides. Before we get started, Paul, do you have a tip for this one?
Yeah, I'm going to go Upper Gully for this one. But, yeah, I think Upper Gully will win this one by about 3 goals. What about you?
It's an interesting one because it depends how much we're going to read into that second semi-final drubbing from Donvale. But I'm going to say that's an outlier. I'm going to go Upper Ferntree Gully as well. I think it will be very close, though, given the game against Scoresby last week. So I'll say Upper Ferntree Gully by 7 points.
So the players are getting set here into position. We're ready for this reserves grand final here in Division 3. Donvale and Upper Ferntree Gully. As people are still making their way in on this fine afternoon here at Jubilee Park. So the stage is set. The umpire is about to hold the ball aloft. We are ready to go. It's the Division 3 Reserves Grand Final. Here's Chris Curtis.
So the ball is up and we're officially underway here in the Graniers. Upper Ferntree Gully will win the first hit out, but it's only in the hands of William Lambert for Donvale, who's wrapped up immediately. So we'll do it all again, just a couple steps from where we started. So it'll be Haig going against Richardson in the ruck. This time it's Haig, wins out, taps it to himself, roves his own ruck work. Couldn't quite get boot to ball as it's come out now. King's around it and wrapped up immediately as well. So our ruck matchup to start off today, Zach Haig taking on Jacob Richardson as they'll go at it once more. This time it's Richardson bringing out, couldn't quite get boot to ball, so a lot of pressure in there early. The handball made its way out via Dakota Brooking. And now there's a tackle as the ball spills loose, but the umpire's called for the ball. So they'll have another ball up. No clear winner of territory yet. Ruck's going at it hard, but no one able to get a clearance as it stands. So they'll do their work again. This time they nullify each other. It's sent forward by Upper Ferntree Gully. They're looking to take the first bit of territories. It's not a kind bounce for the Donvale defender, but he's done well. G got slung by the jersey. Nearly got it taken off over his head. Is now doing the crumbing is James Pell, who gets it back to that man in Kent. Kings with a chance to repel now. They'll do so through Stubbs. Looking to go forward, inside forward 50 entry. To well taking intercept mark out the back there from Donvale's Ben Jeffrey.
So Jeffrey kicks it here. He finds the teammate here as Donvale look to clear it out of their defensive 50, and here's Kent. So Kent looks to go down the line here. He's got teammates in support. Good tap there. Now it's Upper Gully on the rebound as they look to go down the line themselves. There's early nerves here in this grand final from both sides. It's a good tackle laid, and we are going to have a ball up just outside the attacking 50 of Upper Gully. We've gone nearly 2 minutes in this grand final. So the ball is aloft here as both sides contest at it. It's a hard ball to win, and look, is it going to be a ball up? It is. So we'll do it all again as both rucks contest. Good tackle laid as Donvale look to win the clearance here. That's good tackle there from Borg, but Donvale look to get it out. Good tackle again. Is that gone? It has to be, surely, and it is. So here's Bardsley. So Bardsley will go inside 50, and a mark is taken. So Upper Gully look to get the first blood in this grand final, and it's Tristan Borg as they look to get the opening goal here, as Borg hasn't kicked a goal this year. Looking for his first goal in the grand final. This is Borg, and it hits the post. The wind drifted it to the post, and they get the first score of the grand final, a minor score. It's Upper Gully, one behind to Donvale yet to score. We've gone 3:40 in this first quarter.
Yeah, we can see the branches of the trees just behind those goals blowing a bit, so maybe a bit more of a breeze than we first anticipated. It was terrific pressure in the middle, though, from Nathan Barnsley to set up that chance for Borg, but Donvale just with a dumping kick out of their goal square, and it's a well-taken pack mark in the midst of it all. So they'll look to use the line once more just in front of the scoreboard. The footy will drop. It was off the hands of Archer. He couldn't quite take it cleanly. Now just tapping it forward, getting forward by any chance they can to the Magpies. Swarming pressure from Donvale as well, but it means that if the Kings can get it out, they'll be through, and footy's just made its way over the boundary line. Just evaded Bo Chambers there. So Donvale getting plenty of plays around the footy, but we saw there, if it can break out the back of the pack, Upper Ferntree Gully might be able to get on their bike and get away from this one. But we'll have a boundary throw in. Centre wing. Be Robertson and Hay going at it again. This time Robertson wins it. Plenty of Kings plays around it. Electing it to shepherd, I should say, was James Borg. And now we'll have it wrapped up in the middle and we have a ball up. So a cagey affair so far, as we've gotten used to with these finals games. Neither team willing to give up an inch at all, as it's Barnsley bringing it out again. His kick kind of squibbed along the ground. It falls into the hands of Donvale's Charlie Kent. And now get it forward, but well done with the bodywork underneath the footy there from Jacob Daniel. He takes intercept mark. Daniel just with a chance to reset, looks down the line. It was a kick to a spot, really. He was trusting his teammates to get there, but the only player under it was the Donvale defender who took the intercept mark. So now they look to use the corridor. Target was hanging, he couldn't quite get it there. Now looking to bring it out, Borgs around it, ends up in the hands of Saltham. Saltham looks inside forward 50, it's hit the deck. No real clean winner of the footy just yet. And they lock it in there, do the Magpies, through James Pell being the tackler. So we're inside the Kings forward 50 again, 30 metres out. Bit of relief, Rucks going at it at the moment. Good tackle, denied the clean kick there from Donvale. The Kings still looking to bring it out off hands. Tackle spilled the ball loose. It was well done there in tackle from Charlie Kent, who's been seemingly everywhere when it comes to defensive pressure so far. Donvale's number 32 in Kent. He's certainly one that's up to the task here. Haig taps it over his head, looking to get it forward. Now the Magpies will bring it out, and they'll do just that. They get it out of defensive 50. They find a mark in Joshua Hopkins. What can Hopkins do now? He has to slow play down, allow for his teammates to get forward to the footy. Looks to use the corridor. Well-measured kick finds Nicholas Simic. Man on the mark stands at halfway. Simic will go forward. It won't quite reach the 50 up, but it will get close. Footy spilled. It was well done to make a contest of it there by Haig. Wasn't Haig, sorry, my apologies. It was Nicholas Day in there. 25 goals in the season off just 8 games, Nicholas Day. He'll be one to look out for in this reserves grand final. We're in the Magpies forward 50 for the first time, but return to sender there off the ground from James Borg, and it fell into the hands of Day, who now looks forward. We'll just centre it 20 metres out. Haig's under the footy, gets a bit of body work. Barnsley too, bursting through. Goal-saving tackle there from the Kings. It was desperation stuff. Footy in the hands of Zach Haig. Can he get onto the boot? Can he? No, he can't. He got a handball off, but held it for too long. And it looked like for a split second there, Donvale were going to burst away in the goal square and kick a goal. We couldn't quite see who he was, but the Kings with an immense goal-saving effort in the goal square.
Yeah, it's certainly been, both sides have had opportunities down here at each end, and, it's been fantastic pressure so far by both sides in this grand final as the ball just stays in and it goes out of play, and it's a ball in just outside the attacking 54, Upper Gully. So players just getting set in their positions. We've gone 7.5 minutes in this first quarter, just a one behind from Upper Gully to show for it. Good hip and shoulder there from both players, cleared there by Shade, and that's a good mark taken as Donvale will look to go down the line here. It's a high up and under, and it finds target there, and it's Lyle, and Lyle goes inside 50. Opportunity here, nearly took the mark. Now an opportunity, good tackle laid. Tackle was laid there by Bardsley, and we will have a ball up inside the attacking 50 of Donvale. So both rucks go at it. Upper Gully will win the clearance through Crawford. Ooh, nearly big collision there. It's going to be a free kick going Upper Gully. Now it's Mason inside 50. Should have nearly took the mark there was Yema. As a real one-on-one there. Now Donvale look to go forward here. It's on the ground at the minute. Not being able to get any sort of clean footy, but Donvale will look to go inside 50, but that's a great smother there. And there by the number 77 in Scott, and it'll be a throw in. So 9 minutes gone, and it's Upper Gully one behind to Donvale yet to score. Upper Gully will win the clearance. Good kick there, and it finds Robertson. So Robertson goes down the line. It's a big kick to a pack of players. Upper Gully look to go forward. Here's Ryan Bader, and an intercept mark there is taken by Hagney.
So Warwick Calhoun to ring out of this one. He just finds a short target. Mark taken by Jamie Fabrice. So we're nearly into the 10-minute mark gone in this first term, and we're yet to have a goal. We're only one behind on the board, and that's going the way of Upper Ferntree Galleys, brought out by Sharda. Like Shader should say. Now it's on the wing, taking a bounce, now getting boot to ball is Bowden. It's inside forward 50, Hagues there, but the spare man out the back of the footy is Damon Crawford. So Crawford can take the mark and just reset, look to repel for the Kings. Yeah, the game has been played purely in between the arcs at this stage, but it's through the hands of Kent on that occasion. Handball fell short, here's Kent again, picked it up, just rode the tackle and locked the footy in. So he's done well to secure field position there for his side on centre wing. And the umpire will call for the ball up. So Donvale yet to score, plays Upper Ferntree Gully 0-1-1. 10.5 gone in this opening turn of the Division 3 Reserves Grand Final. It's second place first here, bursting away from the packs. Toby Nash sends it inside forward 50. The footy will hit the deck. Plenty of bodies around it. One of them is Haig. Ends up in his hands. Maybe taken high there from Berers. But the umpire says nothing doing. He'll call for the ball up. So Haig will do the ruck work once more. He can't quite get it. Berers now clears the ball. Will go high. Won't go so far long as it will. It'll bounce out to the forward 50 arc. There's a Nash again. He sends it forward. It's an interesting kick. Got the bounce out the back. Maybe a bit of high contact there. Umpire's blown his whistle, and it looks like he's called it. So a chance for the Magpies to get the first major of the day, as the kick from Nash just took a very awkward bounce and got out the back of the pack. Ended up in the hands of this man in the Donvale jumper, who will snap around the corner and has pulled it wide. A big miss there from Aiden Rush. 25 goals in the season. You'd expect him to kick that one, but after an 11.5, we're still looking for the first major of this granny pool. 0-1-1 apiece.
It's a bit like the old firm last week, as both sides are fighting for their first goal here. As a big kick to a pack of players, and that's mark there was nearly taken. Whoa, big contest there. It's real desperate stuff out there, as you would expect in a grand final. Now it's Upper Go, look to clear it out, defensive 50. They are giving nothing away, and there's a tackle on Wignall, and it'll be a ball up. So just outside the attacking 50, it's 1 point apiece. It's like a game of soccer at the minute. It's 1-1 as they look to win the clearance. Now it's Pell inside the attacking 50. Maybe an opportunity for Donvale. It's a good tackle there from Karadzic Powell. And we'll have a ball up deep in the attacking 50 of Donvale. 12:40. We're looking for our first goal of the grand final. It's high. So it's a free kick here. I think it's going to Rush again. So here's Rush. He kicked the behind a minute ago, but he's looking to get the first goal of the grand final. Aiden Rush, he's kicked 25 goals this year. In he comes. Here's Rush. He kicks, and it's drifting right. So we're still looking for our first goal of the grand final, but Donvale are in front. 2 behinds Donvale to Upper Gully, 1 behind. We've gone 13-25 in this first quarter, Chris.
Well, he's their equal second leading goal scorer in this season, Aidan Rush, and he's just misfired on a couple of occasions here. So like you say, 2 points, plays 1 point early, is on centre wing here, looking to bring it out, and ducking was Ima. Footy's made its way out some way, somehow, but only into the hands of Donvale's Harry Ablett. 10 times in best on the season, Harry Ablett sounds like another very prolific footy player with a name like that. Oh, and going through the protected area was Karacic Powell. And that means that with a 25-metre penalty, Patrick Toscano can more or less walk himself a lot closer to the top of the goal square. If it was 50, he'd be kicking from the goal line, but 25 metres here in the EFNL, so a chance from dead in front. Kicking from about 20 metres, maybe 25. Like we said, no angle. Patrick Toscano, 14 gone for the first goal of our Division 3 Reserves Grand Final on the left boot, on its way. And it's through. Goal umpire left us with a bit of suspense. But Patrick Toscano opens the scoring. Finally, the deadlock has been broken with Toscano's goal there. It's Donvale 1-2-8, plays Upper Ferntree Gully 0-1-1.
Yeah, it's been a tale of two halves pretty much in this quarter. The early first few minutes were Upper Gully's dominance, and excuse me, as Donvale have wrestled back the momentum in the later in this first quarter, and they get the first goal of the grand final. We're 15 minutes in as both rucks go at it, as Upper Gully look to win the clearance, and it goes inside 50, and it's rebounded there. Was there a tackle? Another tackle there from Fabrizio, and we've got a bit of a spot fires here for a minute as, hang on, we might be getting a yellow, I think.
Yeah, it looks like the umpire reached for his pocket. Can we see who it is?
It's going to be a yellow. I think it's going to Fabrizio, so it'll be a free kick going to Donvale. As it's going to go back. He'd play it on, but the umpire hadn't called it yet, so here's Jeffrey. He's assessing his options. Kicks short and finds Lucas. Luke Lucas. Now back to Jeffrey. Now here's Wolf. Wolf kicks it, and that's a good kick. As Donvale will look to go on quickly here. Through the middle, nearly had an opportunity to take the mark, but it's inside 50 for Donvale. Socket off the ground there. It's a real one-on-one there. Good tackle laid, as we're going to have a ball up. So it's inside the attacking 50 for Donvale. Looking to add a second in this opening quarter. Clearance one there, but it gets smothered. And we'll have another stoppage. So 17 minutes gone in this first quarter.
So the ball up, still in the Magpies forward 50. Strong tackle there on Bardsey, but he just managed to get the kick out. It popped up on Brooking. He couldn't quite take it clean. He's got a lot of work to do now. High tackle to call. As the Kings pleading their innocence, but umpire hearing none of it. So Brooking with the chance to just get the ball back inside 50, but instead he'll elect to go wide to a wide open teammate in Luke Lucas. One of the better names, I'd say, in the EFNL, I have to say. It's easy to remember as Lucas now looks inside forward 50. It's a shallow entry. Under it was Brooking. Couldn't quite take it. A lot of body work now. Brooking falls on the footy. Somehow got it out. Now it's in the hands of Will Nate Curves, who just gets a kick around the corner. And it's fallen into the waiting arms of Nikola Simic, who takes the mark. Will be kicking now from about 40 metres out. On little to no angle, it will be Simic. 16 on the season. We'll be looking for goal number 17 and goal number 2 here for the Magpies. As it has been, Donvale so far just dominating the territory. Kings have not had a lot of joy going forward. The Donvale defence have set up very well. But now it's in the hands of this man, Simic. Lines up the footy. Like I said, little to no angle on this kick, but he will be kicking from about 40 out. As it's on the right boot, kicks on its way. Bit of a mongrel kick and it's been pulled wide for a minor score. So Donvale with a lot of the territory, like we said, Paul, but maybe not able to get the scoreboard dominance that they've wanted to. It's 139, plays 0-1-1.
It was a bit like that for Knox in the second quarter before they kicked away in the third quarter as Upper Gully looked to move it on. It just got an unlucky bounce there as he'll turn around and Knight now as Upper Gully will go down the line. It's a big kick, 2-on-1 there, but Donvale have the numbers back. Donvale look to go on with it. Here's a handball as Donvale look to move it on quickly, and there's a mark taken there by Wignall. And Wignall's just going to slow it down for the time being, but he was going to move it on. He'll kick it down the line. Here's Wignall. Wignall down the line to a pack of players. Rebounding it is Archer. Archer gets tackled, able to get the handball away. Gets it high, so it'll be a free kick going to... No, it won't be to Archer, sorry. It'll be going to Beres. In the sleeves. So he'll kick it long down the line. That's a good kick. So Upper Gully look to go forward here. Nearly took the mark, but it bounced on him at the last moment. As Upper Gully look to go inside 50, and there's your quarter time siren. And Donvale lead at quarter time. Donvale 139 to Upper Gully, one behind the goal kicker for that first quarter, Chris.
Yeah, so of course it was just a single to Patrick Toscano for Donvale. As a couple of chances fell the way of Aiden Rush, but he was not yet able to convert. He's got 2 minors on the day. But like I said, a lot of territory early on for Donvale, and now with the yellow card, the Kings a rotation down, but the Magpies not yet able to really make them pay for it or make it count on the scoreboard. So we're going to have a quick break. When we return, we'll have the second quarter action for you in this Division 3 Reserves Grand Final. Welcome back to our Division 3 Reserves Grand Final action out here at Jubilee Park. It is the Donvale Magpies 1-3-9 leading up a Ferntree Gully 0-1-1 as we're just waiting for the last patrons to make their way off the field, and you can't blame them for wanting to stay out there a bit longer. It is a pristine surface out here at Jubilee Park, and throughout all the turmoils of the season, all the weather, the rain, the wind, the sun, they have done brilliantly here at Jubilee to make sure that we have an outstanding surface for our grand finals. It's been the Magpies a little territory in the first quarter. Paul, how have you seen it so far?
Yeah, no, it's definitely, I thought, early stages, a lot of it was played in the upper gully, forward 50, but later on it was pretty much all Donvale. But other than that, the pressure's been terrific from both sides. Neither side's been able to get a lot of clean footy, and it's still well and truly open. Yeah,
well said. And obviously for the Kings, they find themselves 8 points behind in this one. They need a few plays to step up. Obviously Nathan Barsley's been brilliant so far. He leads the league in best on votes. He's got 17. Second place has 10. So he's going to step up. I tell you what, he's got one of his legs completely wrapped up there. His right leg, you can see just to the left of your screen. Almost looks like a mummy halfway through an evolution there, but they need someone else to step up at the moment. I think the Kings is, for Donvale, it's been the likes of Zach Haig. You see him there with the shin pad on in the ruck, but also Toby Nash, six times in best in 9 games, and Charlie Kent down back has been very good as well. So to bring us in will be Paul Uconi in this second quarter of action.
So both rucks go at it here. The second quarter is Donvale look to win the clearance, but good tackle out there for Upper Gully and good smothered there. But Donvale look to get it out of the middle, and an unlucky bounce there as well. Real struggle at the minute, and it's going to be a ball up. So both rucks will go at it again. Upper Gully will win the clearance and go inside 50 here. Can they take a mark? Not quite, but here's the 69 in DeAngelis, who's been tackled, and it'll be a ball up. So we'll do it all again in the attacking 50 of Upper Gully. High up in the air as Upper Gully look to keep it in there, but good pressure there from Donvale. Real tight one, this one, early stages, second term. People still flocking into Jubilee Park. Of course, it's going to be tremendous. It's a tremendous afternoon. There's a tackle laid, but it's in the back. So it'll be a free kick to Upper Gully. And a big kick inside 50. And mark there was nearly taken. Good tackle laid as Upper Gully look to turn it over. Get the kick away just, but now an opportunity for Stubbs. Here's an opportunity, here's Bardsley! And Bardsley gets Upper Gully's first of the grand final. Upper Gully moved to 1-1-7 to Donvale 1-3-9. Right place, right time, got it on the boot, and that was right through the middle, and they get there first.
Well, we mentioned him at quarter time, didn't we, Paul? Nathan Bardsley, who's been really the key contributor so far for this Upper Ferntree Gully side. And he kicks the goal there, opens the goal scoring for the Kings, but also his 38th on the season. So it seems like at the moment no one's really able to get more than a second on the ball at a time, but he made the most of his time with the footy as he snaps, and he's in pursuit of the ball now again, as around it again was Brooking for Donvale. Couldn't quite get there in time as he's being taught by Stubbs, who's wrapped up and will have a ball up.
I don't know if this is a typo or not, but he's been best on 17 times this year. It's been extraordinary. 7 clear of second place in the league standings as the Kings win the clearance again. It's inside forward 50. Footy's hit the deck. It's a 4v4 in there. Terrific pressure though, as a bit of a gang tackle applied from McNamara and Jeffrey in the Donvale defence. So Rucks will go wide, looking to bring it out, and bringing it out well was Harry Ablett. Just gets a dumping kick out, will fall into the centre square. The Upper Gully looking to repel now, just hitting it forward, bodies flying around everywhere. There's a whistle's been blown. It'll be a Kings free kick. So footy in the hands
of Ben Ward. Had best on votes, I believe, in the first time these teams met, and almost confusingly enough, just a free play around the ball with tons of time. Took the mark, handball off, and the kick at goal is intercepted there. So Donvale with a chance to go quickly out of defence. Gee, just a barreling kick through the middle. It's hit the deck. Handball came from Karicic Powell. Now in the hands of Archer. Ryan Archer looks far on the wide wing and finds his teammate in Jack Knight. Knight now down the line once more, finds a teammate who holds onto the footy well and takes a mark. Chance for the Kings to look inside forward 50 now, and they'll do just that. High kick will drop about 40 out. It's through, plenty of hands in there. Donvale bringing it out and doing well to repel. Upper Gully was set up brilliantly behind the footy, but he just went through the hands of Mitchell Bedford. That's a moment he'll want back, a mark that he should have taken. And instead, well, the ball up in the centre square. So Donvale do well just to get a bit of positive territory again. It's Hay grabbing out of the ruck, dummies the kick and then gets it on the right boot, sends it straight inside forward 50. Thought I heard a whistle being blown, but there wasn't one. Definitely wrapped up high there. Nothing paid and then holding the ball. So very unlucky to not be paid the high free kick there was Mitch Bedford.
Boys, the Upper Gully.
But it means that Nicholas Day hunting him down from behind. And he'll have a set shot from about, his kick will come from about 45 metres out. Now, Nick Day averaging more than 4 goals a game. He's got 25 in 8 so far this season for the reserves. He's a player we've seen many times in their senior side, Donvale. And we're looking to bring this premiership to the twos as it's Day from 50 out, kicks on its way, will drop short, pull left. And it looked like it had stayed in just, but instead we'll have a boundary throw-in. So it just bounced inside the line of play. So the worst result for the Magpies. It means that the footy stays in their forward 50s. We're past 5 minutes played in this cagey encounter, 9 plays 7. So Magpies by 2. Day was doing the ruck work. Now looking to bring it out. Right foot snapper around the corner. And it's been pulled to the skinny side. So 1-4-10 plays 1-1-7 as there's very little to split these two sides at the moment, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the pressure's been superb. You know, it's been all tight and, you know, they're not giving up anything either side. And it's hard footy to win on grand final day as Upper Go look to take the kick out as I think there's might be a blood rule here, so there's just a bit of a stoppage. As
oh, yeah, it looks like just a Donvale player making his way off on the far side. I can't quite see it in screen there, but that's what we're waiting on.
So, just waiting for procedures here. You'll get the footy back and we're ready to start again as Upper Gully will take the kick out. And it's not a great kick, but it's Upper Gully being tackled there was Knight, and that's holding the footy. So Donvale will get it back. And here is Pell. So Pell is going to, I think he might have a shot here, Pell, or is he looking for options? He's going to look for an option closer to goal. Shanks it off the bird a little bit as maybe an opportunity for Donvale. High up in the air, is it coming back? It's coming back and it's punched through for a behind. There's a Donvale fan behind the goals, calls for deliberate.
You must be new here.
As Donvale moved to 1-5-11. Upper Gully 1-1-7 is good kick and finds Robertson. So Robertson's just assessing his options. High up in the air. As Upper Gully look to go forward. Kicked high up by Richardson, and it's an intercept mark taken by Kent as Kent finds his teammate in Lambert. Lambert kicks it, couldn't didn't bounce, but he gets the ball eventually as it goes inside 50, and it's taken by Haig. So Haig will line up for Donvale's second of the afternoon.
It's been good so far, Zach Haig. He's been getting around the ground in the ruck, doing a lot of his own roving work at that as well in the stoppages. So chance for him to get reward for effort.
Certainly has, as Haig this to get out to a 10-point buffer here. In he comes. So Haig goes for goal, and it's drifting right just next through for a behind, and Donvale moved to 1-6-12 to Upper Gully 1-1-7, 9-11 gone in this second quarter.
Actually, he did that off one step and more than enough had to carry, so thumping kick there from Zach Haig, but as we heard, just not accurate enough. So it's now Donvale 1-6-12 to Upper Ferntree Gully 1-1-7. As good as they've been, the Magpies, is locking the ball in and dominating territory. 7 scoring shots for 12 points is very far from ideal. So they've kept the Kings in it at this stage. Upper Ferntree Gully themselves have started this quarter very well, but are now under the cosh a bit as it's tapped forward by Brooking. Footy would just bounce away from Zach Shade. He's rubbed up immediately by the likes of Nathan Bardsley. So love a ball up just inside the forward 50 arc. As the rucks will go at it, they'll cancel each other out on this occasion. Looking to bring it out was Barzy, got a handball off, got bummed. Now he's going to turn tackler and does just that, and wraps up his opponent in Zach Shade, and that's holding the ball. So he's doing it all at the moment, Nathan Barzy, and the Kings need him to as he gets the handball forward. Was bumped late, umpire says nothing doing it. They kept the ball in, no, not quite. Just got away from Tristan Borg on that occasion. So 10 minutes in, meaning I believe we'll see Tyrone Fabrizio back on the field shortly after his yellow card in the second term. So it means Upper Gully will get a rotation back. So footy will hit the deck out of this ruck contest. Richardson couldn't quite get there. Is looking to bring it out now. The Kings, that ball make its way towards the boundary line, will bounce. It will just stay in and now make its way over at true centre wing, just on this near side. So have another boundary throw-ins. Become very cagey again. Despite it being 12-7 point, it doesn't feel like it's been, you know, a very stop-start game so far. It feels like there's been a lot of chances. The teams just haven't been able to quite reach out and grasp them. As Barzi's kick forward is intercepted by Nicholas Simic, and he'll look into the corridor. Finds a teammate in Nash. Toby Nash looks through the corridor again. He finds the hands of the goal kicker in Patrick Toscano. Toscano one further out to the wing. It's good ball movement, but Day couldn't quite take the mark. Now it's in the hands of Lyle, who was wrapped up immediately. Day gets a handball off, just looking to bring it out. Nash again is around the footy, got tackled, footy came out, still with it. Now they're going to clear it. Will the Kings through Bedford? It's down the line in the hands now of Bo Chambers. Chambers gets a forward, a bit of free-flowing footy here. Footy's going to find the deck. In pursuit of it is Pell. Pell will get there just, no, not quite. It was socket off the ground, he got beaten to it. And the footy will just find its way out of bounds. So a lot more free-flowing action there in that 2 or so minute period, as we'll now have a ball up inside the forward 50 of the Kings.
It's a pressure cooker at the moment. So 12-10 gone, it's a goal apiece, 1-6 to 1-1 in favour of Donvale. So not getting out of there, and it's going to be another ball up. As Donvale look to clear it out. Upper Gully supporters call for ball, and it's out of play. So 12:40 gone in this second quarter. It's been a real intense struggle from the beginning. There's clearance is one. There's a mark. Nearly was touched anyway, but it may be an opportunity for Donvale, and it's touched through for a behind. So by Donvale. And Upper Gully get their first score of the quarter. It's Donvale 1-6-12 to Upper Gully 1-8. We've gone 13-20 in this second term. As Donvale look to clear it out of their defensive 50. High up in the air. Upper Gully have the numbers back, but he's get tackled. And we'll get a stoppage in one of the centre circles. So both rucks going at it. Haig gets the punch, but Upper Gully will get the clearance as Upper Gully look to get it inside their attacking 50. Maybe an opportunity for Upper Gully, but Donvale have the numbers back, and it's kicked out of defence by Toscano. And a good mark taken there but it's a free kick on Upper Gully. I think it was in the back, so it'll come back for the Kings. Inside 50, opportunity for Upper Gully. Mark was not taken. Now it's a handball away. Here's an opportunity. And it's gone through for a behind. So 139 for Upper Gully. And it's Donvale 1-6-12 to Upper Gully 139. We've gone 14-40 in this second quarter.
Well, the good news is for the Kings, they've matched their score from that semi-final in the first week of the postseason when they played Donvale. And another bit of good news for them is it's a lot closer as Nash just gets a bit of a sidestep, bring the ball out from the goal screen. Donvale could be out here. It was smart to tap it forward by Nate Curvis. They'll have to wheel around and go backwards to go forwards. If we get inside forward 50, might bounce at the pack at the bottom of it is Fidelani. Will forward him, gets a handball off. Zach Haig, right foot, around the corner, open, goal square and goal. Zach Haig gets a bit of reward for effort. The big man drifting forward and kicking his first of the day. It was great work from the Magpies to go quickly once they got out the back. And Haig with the snap knew it almost instantly that it was drifting through. It's Donvale 2-6-18. Now opening up a 9-point margin on Upper Ferntree Gully 1-3-9.
Yeah, big goal there for Zach Haig. He's been superb in the ruck. And, you know, he's gone forward on many occasions so far, Chris. He's been absolutely superb for Donvale so far.
That's exactly right. He's got a good engine on him as well to just force the opponent's ruckman to go with him. As he's in the ruck once more, and this time it's going to be Richardson bringing it out. The kick will go high, drop into the hands of a Donvale player who's wrapped up immediately, so it must have been touched. I don't think that the Donvale player in Patrick Toscano knew much about it, but we'll have a ball up. Haig in the ruck again. This time he's beaten out by Richardson. Richardson going to ruck his own work. Come out through Simic. Simic's kick will just go down the corridor. The ball hit the deck. It was good body work there from Day. Now in the hands of Mitchell Bedford. He just sends it back into the corridor. It just feels like a lot of just hidden hopes at the moment from both sides when they're looking to get the ball forward. But now a bit of a more calculated entry for Donvale. They've got plenty of bodies around if they could bring it out. Can't do so just yet as the Kings repel and they do so well. Mark taken by Bo Chambers. Chambers looks in the corridor again, just mistimed and a late hit there in 50 metres against Fabrizio.
You just come on as well, Fabrizio.
Yeah, it's ill-disciplined at the moment. He's the vice-captain, you know, 25 metres on that occasion. And
that didn't look like 25.
It looked like about 2.5 metres. The signal was definitely 25, but nevertheless, it will be Zach Shade looking for his 30th goal of the season. A long run up, kicks from just outside 50, it's on its way, and it's through. Well, it might have been a short 25 metres, but he didn't need all of it. As Zach Shade puts through his 30th goal of the season. His first for today's grand final, and Donvale's third. And finally, it looks like the Magpies are getting the reward on the scoreboard that their play has deserved so far. 3-6-24 plays 1-3-9. It's 15-point lead, I should say, for Donvale as we have just about 2 minutes left in this first half.
Yeah, they've certainly built up a bit of a buffer. Still only 15 points, but they're two big goals right on the stroke of half-time. And, you know, it's a massive response. Of course, ball goes up in the air, both rucks contested. Upper Gully will win the clearance here through Saltum, and a mark is taken there by Mason. And think it's 20. No, he's just running back to see where his mountain mark is. But this is a big moment here for Upper Gully. They can get a reply and get it back to 9 points on the stroke of half time will be massive. So in comes Mason. So Mason, the kick is on the way, and it's right through the middle. So Upper Gully get one back through Mason, and he gets his first goal of the afternoon, and it's back to 9 points. It is Upper Gully 2-3-15 to Donvale 3-6-24. And it is 15th goal of the year for Mason, and just on the stroke of half time, Chris.
Yeah, well, they needed that one. They've been under the cosh. They started this second term really well, but since about the opening 5 minutes, they've been under pressure, and it's good to just get a response after Donvale had 2 straight and we're looking to break away. So less than 30 seconds to go. As bursting forward now with the footy is Lyle. He's kicking inside forward 50. Tapping it to himself was Brooking. Brooking on the right foot, just looked to bring it back, and he's found a man. He's found a teammate who will take a mark on what has to be said, an incredibly tight angle. It's Cade Fidelani, the skipper, with ball in hand. Now, if he's a right footer, which I believe he is, this kick will not be kind to him, as he's dead on the boundary, but he'll be kicking on the siren. So he's Fidelani to push the lead back out to 15. With it, oh, he's gone across the face. It was a big ask from him, but he gave it a go nonetheless. So no score on that occasion from Fidelani, but it takes us to half-time in our Division 3 Reserves Grand Final. It's Donvale 3-6-24. Currently have a 9-point lead over Upper Ferntree Gully 2-3-15. Our goal kickers so far today. Singles for Donvale from Zach Haig, Zach Shade, and Patrick Toscano. And on the other side of things, for Upper Ferntree Gully, it's singles for Nathan Bardsley and Jack Mason. We're going to have our main break of this broadcast, and we'll be back when our third quarter is ready to go underway in this Division 3 Reserves Grand Final. It's Donvale leading Upper Ferntree Gully by 9.
Abuse across football at all levels is not tolerated. Any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf. Make a promise to be the best version of yourself and support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires who make our great game come to life. Real fans respect the game. Make a pledge to keep the passion alive, but remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Division 3 Reserves Grand Final. We are nearly ready for the start of the third quarter here. It is Donvale 3-6-24 to Upper Gully 2-3-15. My name's Paul Yaconi and alongside me is Chris Curtis. Chris, how did you see that first half?
Yeah, it was an interesting one. It was certainly one of territory dominance. You saw Donvale really in the first quarter just lock the ball inside their forward half and their forward 50, but they didn't quite get the reward for their effort. And you know, as we probably expected after a quarter like that, the Kings came out, Ferntree Gully came out in the second term, started really hot, started well. Again, probably didn't get the scoreboard impact that they would have liked. And then really as that second quarter wore on, it was Donvale just getting into it more and more. And they ended up getting those two unanswered goals late on. But I think it was very important that Jack Mason popped up and kicked that last one of the half for Upper Ferntree Gully just to steady the ship a bit. So despite it feeling like Donvale's been the better team and they've had the ball more and they've, you know, their defence has held up better and they've had the territory, 3 goals, 6-24 means they're only up by 9. So the door is very much still open for the Kings to make a charge. It's just whether or not Donvale can really get a grip of their chances and start to hit the scoreboard properly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, you know, it's, I feel like it's, you know, early in that quarter, you know, both sides have had their opportunities in front of goals, but, you know, it's been, you know, goals have come at a premium in this first half, haven't they, Chris?
No, that's exactly right. You know, we've seen, obviously there have been some misses from tough chances and half chances, but we have seen, you know, some very kickable goals going wide. So it might be the nerves of the day, it might be, you know, the severity or the tension on the ground. Obviously it's a grand final, everyone's focusing a bit more, there's so much more pressure, but hopefully we can see a few more in this second half. As I'll let you get us underway, Paul.
So here we go. It's the start of third quarter here. Both rucks will go at it as Upper Gully look to win the clearance, but the umpire says it's mine. So we'll do it all again. It's a real struggle out there. We've said that a couple of times this afternoon, and we'll have a ball up. Of course, one thing as well, there's also been a lot of kick and hope inside both attacking 50s in the first half. There's a high kick inside 50 for Donvale, and there's going to be a free kick going to Upper Gully. So Upper Gully look to go through the middle. Numbers there from both sides. As Donvale up the numbers back there. That's a good tackle laid, but it'll be a ball up. So both players are, both rucks are fighting for it here. Not a lot of clean disposal here, but Upper Gully are going on the run. Missed his teammate. Now it's Wignall who gets smothered there. He gets smothered by Knight, and Knight kicks it inside 50. Is a mark on? Not quite. It goes out of play, and there'll be a stoppage inside the attacking 50 of Upper Gully. Gone a minute and a half in this third quarter. Donvale 3-6-24 to Upper Gully 2-3-15. In this premiership quarter, who will stand up? Goes out of play. Was that soccer off the ground? It will be a ball in.
Just given Kent a benefit of the doubt there, potentially. It would have been harsh to pin him for out on the full. Would have been a very tough call at that as well. But love a ball on, boundary throw-in, I should say. Just inside the forward 50s, the Kings will win the tap. They'll look to go backwards, to go forwards now as Richardson's dumping kick looks inside 50. It's now in the hands of James Pell for Donvale. The defence has a lot to do, and more than happy to have the footy in his hands as he goes over the line is Harry Ablett.
What a name, Harry Ablett.
What a name, I know. I don't know, if he can play like half the player that, you know, his name sounds like, then he'll be more than set for this game. But 10 times the best on the season, maybe not had the impact so far in this grand final that he would have liked, but Donvale still have a lot of defending to do as the footy's in the hands of Toby Nash. He's been another key contributor so far. 6 times the best himself out of just the 9 games for the Rezzes this season. He's winning the ruck contest with Robertson. That was Jay Robertson that time for the Kings. Darting away, good bit of agility work, slap around the corner on the right boot, and it's tucked through. Almost a moment of magic there for Upper Ferntree Gully to get them going, but seen over the line just for a minor score. So it will be the Magpies bring the footy back in play, just assessing their options at the moment as Nash finds his teammate in James Pell. Pell just going to return the favour, go back to Nash, who's at the top of the goal square. Just slow, deliberate movement at the footy at the moment. Now the target of the kick was Jack Wignall, but maybe asked a bit much of him as Jay Richardson bursts away for the Kings now. Kick inside forward 50, and Pell does brilliantly to mop up at the back and take the intercept mark. And now he'll look wide. They move the ball quickly. They get it to Brooking. Brooking up the line. It looked like the mark was taken there by Hopkins, but he didn't reel it in. And as a result, we'll have a ball up just on centre wing. So the ball will go up, and we're back underway. Rucks cancel each other out this time. Looking to bring it out with Shade. Couldn't quite pick it up cleanly. And the ball's gone out. for... No, it won't be a boundary throw. It'll be a ball up. No, it will be a boundary throw. Righto, so the footy's made its way over the boundary line, so we'll have a boundary throw as the rucks will go at it. It's Fidelani in the ruck this time for Donvale, giving Haig a bit of relief, but it was Richardson that won the tap. Bringing it out was Wignall. He's been good so far in this term. Now the Magpies moving forward, a handball received. Kent's able to burst away. Charlie Kent, he keeps going on the right boot. 30 out, and he's pulled it wide. Had acres of space to run into, but just couldn't put the icing on the cake as it's a minor score for Kent to open up Donvale's third term. 3-7-25 plays 2-4-16.
Yeah, so Charlie Kent going on a right, almost equivalent of Bailey Sanders in the under 19.5s as Donvale will rebound here. Ooh, nearly turn it over there, but they do almost turn it over as Upper Gully will look to go through the middle. There's a handball from Mason. Now as Upper Gully will go forward, here's Fabrizio, gets bodied there. Now it's Ablett. And here is Bowden, and nothing doing. It will be a ball up. Both rucks go at it. Tap won by Richardson as Donvale will win the clearance, or will they get tackled as Fabrizio laying the tackle, and it'll be a ball up. So both rucks here just outside the attacking 50 for Upper Gully. Donvale will win the clearance and kicked it, a low kick there, but it's tackled, and we'll get another stoppage as we're in the middle of the ground, in the middle of the Eastland and Ringwood Mazda logos. As it's a push, and it'll be a free kick, and it'll be a free kick going the way of Upper Gully. So return the ball back here. Not a long way back, is a big kick here, is just outside the, just on the arc, on the paint of the inside 50 arc. We'll go stoppage as we're 7 minutes in, 3-7-25, Donvale to Upper Gully 2-4-16. As Upper Gully look to go forward here. Now an opportunity for Upper Gully, handballs it forward, just got the kick away. Both sides scrambling for it at the minute. And it will be a ball up.
So we'll have a ball up inside the Kings forward 50. So only about 25 metres out. So the Donvale defence needs to be on high alert. And one of those on high alert is James Pell, but the footy won't quite sit up for him at all. But it's found its way over the boundary line. So Pell growing into this game quite nicely down there in defence for Donvale. He's been very good in the second term and now in the start of this third term as we're just about ticking over into 8 minutes gone. 25 plays 16. Still got the same 9-point margin that we had at half-time. But he's going to find its way out. Worked off, it was James Borg. Donvale doing well to bring it forward. Nash had the footy in hand. Did he get a fist to it? Umpire called for a ball up just before that. So the ball out. Donvale just getting a bit of territory. Looking to bring it out was number 34 in Fidelani. He's doing some relief rucking as Haig's having a break. And wrapped up with the footy in hand is Ben Lyle. So the Magpies just getting a bit of territory here, a bit of territory there. They won't mind it as they're just inching further and further away from their defensive 50. And now they'll go a lot further outside of their defensive 50 as they look forward, but evading the tackle from Nicholas Day was well done there from the Kings defender as they look inside forward 50. A lot of work to do here as in pursuit is Jay Robertson. Now the footy's in the hands of Pell. Pell, dangerous kick across the middle, but it's terrifically weighted. Mark and played on his Nash, steps back, gets away from a tackler, finds a target in the corridor in Brooking. Brooking handball receive out wide, couldn't quite pick it up, the music's going, some DJ's gone early, but play resumes in the middle of Jubilee Park as it's sent forward. DE had a lot of hands to the footy, but Mark not paid there. They're going to bring it out now. The Kings, they just look up the corridor. Well, good fly in the middle there from the Donvale defender in Ablett. Ablett looks forward, edge of 50. Bodies drop everywhere. It's like there's a sniper on the top of the Jubilee Park grandstand. As now the footy will hit the deck. It won't bounce towards the goal square, but there's a lot of work still to be done. As looking to bring it out now, the Kings, they do so well. Oh, and the kick's gone wide. It's off the outside of the boot, just stays in. And now we'll have a boundary throwing to end what was a fairly frantic minute or so sequence of footy here in the Division 3 Grand Final. Could you tell what the DJ was playing there, Paul? I didn't quite catch it through the headset.
He was playing, I forgot what it's called. I know it, but I forgot the name of it. It's Upper Gully, look to win the clearance, sock it off the ground, tackle there, and we'll get another ball up. So
they're going to be playing music, surely put on a bit of Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
That'll get this grand final going.
Certainly riders, or a bit of Mariah Carey.
Yeah, very true.
As it goes out for the 700th ball up of the game so far. But it has been a frantic struggle in this grand final, as will be brought back in. Now Upper Gully look to win the clearance. And the intercept mark is taken there by McNamara of the James McNamara. Now it's over to Pell. Pell kicks it over to Day. Goes out. Oh, will keep it in. Just keeps it in to stop stoppage number 701. And it'll be a free kick going to Karadzic Powell. And Karadzic Powell goes down the line. And it's a real contest here, and it's gone out of play. And it'll be another spot throw in. So both rucks, Haig and Ward. Ward wins the tap. Upper Gully win the clearance. Can they find a mark inside 50? Bounces to a one-on-one in favour there of Damigella. And it goes out of play in deep in the attacking 50 of Upper Gully. So opportunity for Upper Gully perhaps. Just one behind between them in this quarter. Donvale look to get it out of there. Chain of handballs. Kicked out of defence as they look to go forward here. Do Donvale, he'll go down the line. Bounces over the top. Bounce over the top. Can Bowden get the move there? He kicks it higher in the air. And now a handball. Donvale will go forward. Here's an opportunity for Nash. Nash has an open goal. Nash will kick a goal. So Toby Nash gets his first of the afternoon and gets Donvale's fourth. Donvale moved to 4-7-31 to Upper Gully 2-4-16. We've gone 13 minutes in this third quarter, Chris.
Gee, I'll tell you what, whoever the marshals or stewards are will be thankful for Toby Nash there. He had that much time and space. Probably could have punted it into the Eastland car park, but selected to tap it over the line, and it's as good as any there. First goal of the third term now coming after 13 or so minutes. It was a great move there. Toby Nash just drifting forward. He's been excellent across all facets of the field so far today. We've seen him predominantly in defence, but he's done brilliantly there to get forward and just find a pocket of space, a pocket of greatness, if you will, and just waltz through into the open goal square as Barsley gets a handball out. He's been one that's been a bit quieter to start this third term. Donvale have done a better job of nullifying him. He's very influential in the first half here. As you see, heavily strapped right leg though. As Haig wins the ruck contest. There's a holding free kick that will go the way of Donvale. So a chance to just reset and look forward as they'll use the corridor, just slightly overcooked the kick. Footy falls into the hands of Nick Stubbs. Stubbs gets boot to ball, and it's An inside mark taken there by Toby Nash again. He's been excellent so far, Paul, and we are voting for the best on at the end of today. And Toby Nash's name is certainly one that I'm sure will come up a lot in discussions as Lambert. His kick goes into the corridor. Mark taken there by Wignall. There's Jake Wignall, looks to the forward 50 arcs, a 2v1. He'd want to make a contest over his brooking. Turns back the way he first was. It was actually Aidan Rush, my apologies. He gets the ball inside 50 now. Pack forms, it's in the hands of Karadzic Power, and he's wrapped up. So we are once again inside the Donvale forward 50. A goal here would be massive for the Magpies. Hagues grabs it out the ruck on the right boot, sends it goalwards, and it's gone across the face. So we'll have a boundary throw in.
So
Just missed the mark there as he'll now have the ball brought back into play. Rucks will go at it. He fell short of Hague as Days contesting in the air. Tackle applied there by Mitchell Bedford, who was on his opponent like a backpack there almost, and made sure that the umpire called for the ball. Rucks will go at it again. This time it's Robertson that wins the contest. Around the footy was Daniel, couldn't quite bring it out. Big hit laid there. Dave falls on the footy. We'll have another ball up. So the Rucks will go at it once more. This time Hagues wins the hit out. It's out to Day, just caught the belly of the ball. It's going to go wide. It may stay in, and it will. So not quite out of bounds on the full. Keep the footy in the forward 50 of the Magpies. As it's 4-7-31 plays 2-4-16. Players just taking their position. Seems to be quite a few spare upper Ferntree Gully defenders out the back of this pack. Playing a bit more conservative as Nate Curvis has the ball in hand. Goes backwards so his teammate can go forward. High dumping kick that will forward to the pack, and now eventually find its way out of bounds for a boundary throw.
So in the attacking 50 for Donvale. I feel like the next goal is massive in this contest, especially the fact we've only had the 6 goals in this contest. It's 4-7 to 2-4 in favour of Donvale, and it goes out of bounds. So we will do it all again. So both rucks getting set into position as Donvale look to win the clearance there. Upper Gully looking for a hole in the ball. It's not given, so we'll have another stoppage as Upper Gully try to win the clearance, but it was smothered there. So look to get out of the fence here for Salton. High up, but an intercept mark is taken for Donvale as they will look to go backwards to go forwards. Here is Kent, who has also been good. Nearly got tackled there from Knight, but got the kick away well and truly, and it'll come back in, and it'll be a stoppage in the middle of the ground. We've gone 17:50 in this third quarter. It's Donvale 4-7-31 to Upper Gully 2-4-16.
So the ball will come where it all started here inside the centre square. The Rucks will go at it. Robertson wins that contest as the Kings get the ball forward. Now it's hit the deck. We'll get out the back of the pack. Plenty of plays in pursuit, but it's all Donvale around the footy. Kent will get the ball into his left boot. They call it belly. The ball didn't quite connect with his well as he would have liked to. Borgs around it and turns tackler. Gee, a bit extra on the end of that one, but no real reaction, nothing doing, so love a boundary throw in. Still just the one goal in this term so far as we're over 18.5 minutes played. It's been a cagey affair as we have another chance now for another, and it's a free kick that will be going the way of Jack Mason, who was impeded in the marking contest. And a chance now for Jack Mason to kick the last goal of the first half, which just steadied things down for Ferntree, upper Ferntree Gully a bit. Now is the chance to cut this deficit back to 9 points. He's being instructed to take his line back. Man on the mark stands 15 out. He's already got one for today, Mason. It's not the kindest of angles for a right footer. Maybe about 70 degrees, 60 degrees from the centre line. Here's Mason to pull the Kings back within arm's reach. It's on its way, and it's true. He knew straight away. He's hyping up the crowd. Jack Mason gets his second of the day. Gets the Kings first of the quarter. And we're back to 9 points here in the Division 3 Reserves Grand Final. Donvale 4-7-31 plays Upper Ferntree Gully 3-4-22.
Yes, as Mason's kicked, he's kicked 2 of the 3 goals in this grand final. Of course, he kicked 14 goals for the year heading into it. He's kicked 2 today, so there from Josh Mason is it's back to 9 points. So one apiece in this third quarter. As we're in time on of the third quarter, still up for anyone's grabs as Donvale will win the clearance here through Luke Lucas as Donvale will look to reply. Opportunity. Here's an opportunity for Simic. And now it's Lyle. And Lyle misses to the left, and it's back out to 10 points. Donvale 4-8-32 to Upper Gully 3-4-22. So Upper Gully will kick it out defensive 50. Mark there is nearly taken there, but they look to clear it, but in defensive 50. In defensive half, mark was taken by Nash. So Nash will kick it down the line. Good kick to Lyle. Lyle will kick it inside 50 here or thereabouts, and there's a great mark taken by Day. Day goes inside 50. Is there a mark on? Nearly taken by Haig. Opportunity, and it's Rush. But it's touched, so Rush can't believe it. So it was nearly a goal, but it was touched through for a behind, and it's Donvale 4-9-33 to Upper Gully 3-4-22.
That's a massive effort on the goal line, isn't it? Or just a goal-saving effort, I should say. As it was touched off the boot there from Rush, who's well made the most of his chances today, it has to be said, as this one dummy kick is through the hands of Adlet. We're going to bring it out now as Donvale, but they can't do so as the Kings apply with physicality. They will ball up on centre wing. Still in Donvale's forward half. The Upper Gully need to save this term and make sure that they don't concede here. As a 22.5 played, Rucks go at it. Robertson wins a tap. Smothered kick off the boot of Weimar. And there's the three-quarter time siren. So we do have an injury, it looks like, unfortunately, which we'll have to stop play to tend to. It is Fidelani, but he's up and walking off, which is very good. So three-quarter time, the scoreboard reads Donvale 4-9-33, Upper Ferntree Gully 3-4-22. The Kings again able to just kick the last goal of that term to keep themselves within range. Goal kickers so far for today, singles across the board for Donvale. It comes in the form of Zach Haig, Toby Nash, Zach Shade, and Patrick Toscano. On the other side of things, for Upper Ferntree Gully, it's 2 for Jack Mason and a single to Nathan Barnsley. We will be back for our final term of action in this Division 3 Reserves Grand Final between Donvale and Upper Ferntree Gully. As it stands out here in Jubilee Park, it is Donvale by 11. Welcome back to the Division 3 Reserves Grand Final out here at Jubilee Park. We have the final quarter of action ahead of us, as after 3 quarters is Donvale 4-9-33, holding an 11-point lead over Upper Ferntree Gully 3-4-22. And it's a much closer game than when these two sides last met in the second semi-final, in which Donvale won by 100 points. The good news is it's much closer out here at Jubilee Park. 11 points to margin as it stands. Donvale have been dominant again in this matchup, but have just not been able to really make the most of their opportunities. As you can see on the scoreboard, 4 goals, 9-33, as Upper Ferntree Gully just managing to stay within arm's reach and to stay within touching distances. We're ready for this fourth quarter, Paul. What do you think Upper Ferntree Gully have to do to try and get this game back on their terms?
I just think, get the first goal last quarter. I think, when they're going inside 50, I think they just need to, I think you could pretty much say the same for both. They just need to lower the eyes a bit. It's been very frenetic. They're probably, they need to be quick, but, they don't have to be, they don't have to be too quick, as long as they just get it in, lower, and they can find targets inside 50, because there hasn't been too many marks inside 50 in this game, so just lowering the eyes a bit.
It's a good point. It's important, especially for the Kings, that they don't let this quarter drift out to the point where we're still waiting for the first goal after 10 or so minutes, which we've already seen twice out of the 3 quarters that are in the books already. So it's important that not only do they get the first goal, they really need to be looking to get that first goal in the first maybe 5 minutes or so to give themselves a bit of, not so much breathing room, but just to keep themselves in this game. They can't leave their charge too late. We've seen the Donvale defence have been very solid today.
Outside last year playing.
And the likes of Jake Windle and Toby Nash down there, as well as James Powell. They've been standing up very well for the Magpies behind the footiers. We're just about ready to get underway. The umpire holds the ball up. There goes a siren. We are ready at Jubilee Park for our last term of the 2025 Division 3 Reserves season, as it's out the ruck. Handball came from Luke Lucas, and it's out the back now in pursuit of the footies. Bowden, he gets a handball there, was looking for Nash, couldn't quite get it to him. Berries is around there in the long sleeves, and he's wrapped up by his opponent in Bowden, so we'll have the ball up. Donvale now obviously kicking to the right hand side of screen, so Rucks will go at it. Haig wins the tap that time. Saltim's kick wasn't quite clean contact. The ball's been sent. Goldwoods will go deep. Marking contest around it. Was it socket in on the line? It looks like it. The goal umpire looks... Does he look sure it is a goal? Well, it was Nicholas Day that made the contest of it in the air, and it was just socket in on the goal line. Not a blade of grass between the boot and ball. And it's made its way in, and I believe it was Braden Bowden. I will fact check that. We will have a confirmation soon, but that is for sure. What is certain is that's Donvale's first of the term, and that pushes this out to a 17-point margin. As Paul, I'll throw to you. I'll make sure that we got the right goal kicker on that one.
Yeah, it's a big start for Donvale, just the start they wanted, and it's out to 17 points in a game where not a lot of goals have been kicked. So now it's on Upper Ferntree Gully. They need the next goal desperately. So it'll be a ball up here. Haig look to win the clearance there. Upper Gully will win the clearance. They get it in forward. Opportunity here for Upper Gully. Handballs it over to Seltham. High up in the air. Is there an opportunity for Mason? He gets tackled and we will have a ball up. So both rucks go at it. We're deep in the attacking 50 of Upper Gully. Opportunity perhaps is a behind, and it was Tristan Borg on that occasion as Upper Gully moved to 3-5-23 to Donvale 5-9-39. We've gone 240 in this last term. So Donvale look to kick it out of the defensive 50. Mark there was nearly taken, but Donvale are on the move. Here is Lyle. Lyle kicks it inside 50. Is there an opportunity? Punched out of play. And we will have a throw in deep in the attacking 50 of Donvale.
All right, so we have a correction to make. Now, it was Cade Fidolani with that goal sockered off the line. It's his 11th for the season. So a great goal from Cade. Apologies that we couldn't quite see who it was immediately. But he's in the ruck work now again, is applying the pressure that time. Umpire says nothing doing, play on. And who's wrapped up is Luke Lucas, so we'll have a ball up. Fidolani in the ruck again this time. They cancel each other out. It's the Kings winning the clearance. Finding the ball to true centre in. It was a brilliantly taken mark there from number 6 and Jay Robertson. He did terrifically. Now he just looks long down the line, finds a teammate. Mark taken. Ball's in the hands of Andre Ryan Bader. He's been quiet today despite 20 goals on the season. He looks further to his left and finds Jack Knight. Knight, who's been good at half forward so far. We'll look for a forward 50 entry, would do just that. It's a bit of a spiralling kick, falls short. Intercept mark taken well by Harry Ablett. Ablett now looks down in the corridor, gets it to Zach Haig. Haig on the edge of his defensive 50, just pumps a kick into the corridor. It's a Kings defender standing under it all by himself, with a bounce in a favour, and thrown around him on the tackle is Jacob Daniel. And he's eventually wrapped up. So the Magpies do well to lock it in and force the umpire to call for the ball up. So we're just outside forward 50, maybe 52 metres out from the Donvale uprights. Haig against Robertson. Haig wins this contest. Went for the half volley off the ground. Didn't work. Looking to go to ground and pick it up with Shade. Couldn't quite do it. Nicholas Day, ball in hand. Kick on its way, and it's hit the post. Minus score. So Donvale moved to 40 against Upper Ferntree Gully's 23. It's a 17-point margin here in the Div 3 Reserves Grand Final.
So 5-10 to 3-5 in favour of Donvale. We've gone 5-15 as it's kicked to a pack of players here. They're not making it easy for Upper Gully to exit the 50R. Donvale bounces away and it goes out of bounds, and we will have a ball in. 5.5 minutes in the last quarter. They need 3 goals in a row here to Upper Gully to hit the front for the first time in this grand final. But here's Donvale with the clearance. Can they get a mark here? Inside 50 marks, forward 50 marks have been at a premium this afternoon. Defence is on top in this game. As there's Haig, who wins it out of the ruck. And it goes out of play for a ball in. Deep in the attacking 50 of Donvale. So, excuse me, as both rucks go at it here, and Upper Gully just looking to get it out of the defensive 50, and it goes out, and it'll be a shot here for Donvale. And taking this shot is Zach Shade, who has kicked one so far, and that was in the second quarter. So in comes Shade. Shade, the kick's on the way, and it's just missed. So Donvale moved to 5:11:41. Upper Gully 3:5:23. Upper Gully still alive in this one. Still plenty of time left. Didn't find a target. It's been real scrap here as Salton gets the kick away for Upper Gully. Now as it goes out of play, and it'll be a throw in. Gone 7:40 in this last quarter.
3 kicks flat the margin, 18 points, 41 plays 23. Donvale reserve side looking for their second straight flag as Haig grabs it straight out the ruck. Just dumps a handball in behind him. It falls into the hands of Rush. Feints left, gets it onto the right. Handballs forward to Lambert. Lambert sends one inside 50. Round is Fidelani. Couldn't quite just take the grab. A lot of boundary throw-in just beside the point post. They've been here before, Donvale. They know what to do. The Ferntree Gully need a goal, and they need it quick to get this back. They only have the 1 minor score to their name so far in this term as the Bucks go at it. Robertson wins a hit out. Trying to scramble to get there was Bo Chambers, but he couldn't quite do so, and wrapped up in the tackle with Shade. So we'll have a ball up some 15, maybe 20 metres out from the Donvale uprights. It was Robertson in the ruck, near uncontested as Shade wheels around on the right boot, snaps. It'll be a centering ball. Haig under it, got 2 hands, so couldn't quite take it cleanly. Playing pressures Ryan Archer, and eventually laying the tackle is Heath Berers. I should say, my apologies, Liam Scott in the long sleeves. I was like another ball up, 15 out from the Donvale goal. Going to hands and knees was Berers that time. Looking to bring it out of the Kings. Around it was Bardsley. He's been quieter in this second half. He's been kept quieter. And the ball's out for a boundary throw-in. So they need someone to step up here, do the Kings. They just need one player to take the game by the scruff of the neck and get something going here. Ball comes back into play. Rucks will go at it. They cancel each other out there. Handball backwards to go forwards from Jack Knight. He's doing some work in the defensive 50 now. Fidelani got a fist to it. Around the footy's Jay Richardson, just got out muscled. Pell around the footy. So too is Ablett. Ball eventually finds its way out in the hands of Ryan Bader, and he'll have a boundary throw-in. So the Rucks and the Rovers setting up on centre wing here on the near side of Jubilee Park. Stunning weather all day today in this matchup. As I'll need to bring it out now through Jacob Richardson. They can't quite do that. Now eventually getting boot to ball, he does. And the mark taken there by Patrick Toscano. Toscano looks into the centre. Finds a teammate in Kent. He started off this game on fire. He's been a bit quieter since then. But now he finds someone who's been on fire all match, and that's Toby Nash. His kick barreling into the forward 50. Haig has it. He's set up on by 3 Kings defenders, and he's more than happy just to hand the ball over to the umpire. So they'll have a ball up 25 metres out from the Donvale uprights. It's Haig who taps it. It will fall into the hands of Jack Knight, who's been good so far in this game, Knight. Bardsley around the footy was taken without it, says the umpire. So it will be Upper Gully's ball. In the hands of Bardsley. Chips a kick into the, just outside the defensive 50, and he finds his teammate, who will look down the line. Flying at it uncontested, and taking the mark was Fabris. favours. Geez, almost ran into the defender next to him. Then clobbers into someone off the ball, and umpire says nothing doing, calls for a ball up. Bit sore after that one is Jake Salter, maybe.
Bit of
argy-bargy afterwards, yep. Hopefully Southam's okay. Looks to just be holding his head. Not sure if it was on the contest or he's all right to continue though, which is the main thing. So a ball up on centre wing. Fabrizio grabs it out of there, just gets boot to ball. Contest in the air, front on contact is the call. I don't think the Kings heard it, and that's a 25-metre penalty, unfortunately. So the Magpies will take their time and advance this ball forward as they hold on to their 18-point lead for now, as we are just about 12 minutes into this fourth term.
So it's a 25-metre penalty, and that's unfortunate for Upper Gully because it's an 18-point lead and Lyle's in no rush at all.
Well, anything here really will make it seemingly an insurmountable
Basically,
mountain
they need
to
4
climb.
goals to win.
Any score here kicks it to 4, so
in comes Lyle. I mean, they need 4 goals to get in front anyway, but 3 goals to tie. But to make it they need 4 goals. Any score here. And the kick is going through the middle. And that should just about see the Kings off. Donvale have got one hand on the cup. It's Ben Lyle with his first of the day. He puts the finger up in the air and puts the fists up as he celebrates. And it's Donvale 6-11-47 to Upper Gully 3-5-23. We've gone 13 minutes in this last quarter, Chris.
yeah, well, he had the index finger up in celebration there. He knew it was through, and he knew that his side is more or less through now. Donvale 6-11-47, Upper Ferntree Gully 3-5-23. It would take some effort from the Kings here to get back on top of this one. The margin is out to 24 now, more than double of what Upper Ferntree Gully have scored. But there's only about, dare I say, 9 minutes, 8.5 minutes left in the season, so no point in packing up shop and going home yet. If you're Upper Ferntree Gully, you need to throw hell to leather here. But the footy's in the hands of Will Lambert for the Donvale Magpies, looking for their second consecutive premiership in the Division 3 reserves competition. Going down to his feet is Simic, now turns tackler, and it's an illegal tackle at that, so Bo Chambers will get up, albeit a bit sore, and has footy in hand now.
We have seen some extraordinary comebacks in reserves grand finals in Div 3 over the years, of course. Last 2 years it's gone to extra time, so
They need to go
maybe
quick though, do the Kings, if they want to get there, really. Is ball in the hand now of Ryan Bader, and his kick inside forward 50, immediately intercepted by Harry Ablett. So again, just a lot of the hidden hopes going inside forward 50, or you going through that middle corridor of the ground. Now with Pat Toscano, who looks down the wing, looking for a teammate in a black jersey, and finds him in Zach Haig, who we must say, if we're voting for best on, it's really between him and Toby Nash at the moment. They've both been brilliant so far. But Haig's been really influential. His kick finds a target again. It's with Simic now. Simic just chips one, looking for Nash, slightly overcooked it in the hands of the Kings. Player in Ben Ward, he now gets it back, throws it on the right boot, kick down the line. Simic did well to affect the contest. He's going to get there before Liam Scott can again. Simic going to ground to get it. Brilliant effort from the big man there. And we'll have a boundary throw-in.
So it'll be a throw-in just outside the attacking 50 of Donvale. They lead it by 4 goals. 6-11-47 to Donvale to Upper Gully 3-5-23. And we'll do it all again. So the ball goes up in the air and Donvale will win the clearance. Inside 50, is it going all the way? It is! And that puts the exclamation mark on this grand final. And what a kick. That was from Will Lambert. And if there was any doubt before, that just about puts the icing on the cake for Donvale. They are 5 goals in front. It's Donvale 7-11-53 to Upper Gully 3-5-23, Chris.
Well, gee, when it's going your way, isn't it, Paul? And just a
Certainly
clearing
is.
kick. Really, I don't think Lambert was really intending to go at goal there at all there, but just caught the right part of the footy. Open goal square, sees it dribble through. 30 points, the deficit. It's going to be all Donvale here, as the Kings will look to bring it out, and it's just punched forward by Nash. As we'll go forward now, and mark taken by Nick Day.
So here's Nick Day. He's going to line up for a shot. So in he comes. Been superb this afternoon, Nick Day. In he comes. The kick's on the way. Is it coming back? Is it coming back? Not enough. And it's through for the one behind. They move. Donvale move to 7-12-54 to Upper Ferntree Gully 3-5-23. As Upper Gully will go right down the middle of the ground. As Donvale will punch it back, but Upper Gully look to go forward here. There is plenty of numbers from both players, and we will have a stoppage just about in the middle of the ground as we get into the 18th minute of this final term. As
Going to bring it out now through Rush. He can't quite get to it. Well, he did get to it and then got wrapped up in a tackle immediately. So he's given away the free kick, holding the ball. Appeals for Rush being over the mark. And now play on called. That kick was in the hands of Lambert. Did he control before going over the line? It's been given. Probably a bit of a generous call there for the diving effort. Will Lambert's there and he goes inside forward 50. Plenty of players around it. Hay crushing the pack. It's out the back. Nate Curvis is around there. Picked up. Snap on its way from Shade. Will go across the face of the goal. More of a centering kick it turned out to be. He's, I believe, Kent on the right boot. Snap a goal and it's through. It's not through. It's a behind. Well, gee, the Donvale players thought it was through. The umpire gave us plenty of time to build some suspense there.
He's a bit like at the Brown, like how they like to give a bit of suspense, aren't they, Chris?
Yeah, it's exactly right. As now Upper Ferntree Gully will have the chance to bring it back out. It's a cutting kick, brilliantly weighted and brilliantly measured there to bring the ball out, but the reciprocating effort is overcooked. Pels around the footy. Wrapping up the tackle is Zach Shade, and there's been a bit of discussion in the comment section, Paul, about who should be best on. There's one Donvale supporter that's definitely emphasising the fact that he thinks it should be Toby Nash. Luke's in our comment section letting us know his thoughts. Thank you for that, Luke. As he certainly made a good case for himself, as we'd say at this stage, it's almost between him and Zach Haig, but play continues here. The intercept mark taken by Iman. Now it's in the hands of Jay Robertson. His mark cut off by Charlie Kent.
A lot of people on the hill there, just seeing in that picture. A lot of people around Jubilee Park. It's a big crowd here. We're into time on here. And here's Rush going inside 50. Nearly taking the mark. There it goes. Out of play. It's still in. It is still in. And here is Hopkins, who tried to keep it alive as it goes out of play. And we'll have a stoppage in the attacking 50 for Donvale. So it's a throw in. Donvale by 32 points. As there'll be another stoppage, of course. Coming up after this one is Donvale against Scoresby in the senior grand final. So we got a stoppage here as Donvale look to go forward. Good tackle there, 43 on 43. Bit of numerology there as Upper Gully look to go forward, but Donvale rebound, and it's a big kick inside 50 to the top of the square. Can someone pick it up for Donvale? Here's an opportunity. Kicks it, and it's bouncing and bouncing and bouncing, and there's your siren! Donvale have gone back to back to back, and they did it in style in the last quarter. A big last call from Donvale. They take out the reserves premiership by 32 points.
Well, it's well deserved there in the end from Donvale. They were better on the day. Congratulations to them. Commiserations, of course, to the Upper Ferntree Gully Kings that put together an incredible home and away season to finish first with just the one loss. And I had to wood over this Donvale side in the regular season, but got belted in the semi-final. And then today, although it was a lot closer, Donvale were definitely good for that win. As we go through our goal kickers, finally, it was all singles across the board for the Magpies. They shared the love around. Goals going to Zach Haig, Ben Lyle, Toby Nash, Zach Shade, William Lambert and Kate Fidelani, as well, of course, Patrick Toscano. On the other side of things, for Upper Ferntree Gully, wasn't meant to be today. They had the 2 goals to Jack Mason and, of course, the single to Nathan Barsley. So it's a massive win for Donvale. They stay as the top dogs of Division 3 reserves competition. We might not see them in Division 3 next season, of course, Paul, because we have their seniors facing off shortly in the Division 3 seniors grand final, and they're fighting for promotion. So it's good for Donvale. That 19s fell short earlier, but their races get the win here, and I'm sure they'll all be sticking around, as all of you should, listening and watching in to the Division 3 senior men's grand final that we'll go to shortly between Donvale and Scoresby. But for now, the celebrations are panning out on the field. We'll have our medal presentations and the lift of the cup, of course, shortly, as we're just getting that prepared. But Paul, pleasure to call alongside you, mate. Terrific call with you. Well done for today.
Thank you, and same to you. And that will be, of course, we'll have the medal presentations in just a moment. That has been the Division 3 Reserves Grand Final. Donvale going 3 in a row by 32 points.
Just have your attention, please. Upper Gully gets you to push around. On behalf of the Eastern Football Netball League, welcome to the Eastland 2025 Division 3 Reserves Grand Final between Donvale and Upper Ferntree Gully. Commiserations to the Upper Ferntree Gully Football Club. Congratulations to Donvale Football Club, Division 3 Premiers for 2025. We begin today's presentation by welcoming EFNL board member Tim Fenimore to the stage to present today's medals. The best on ground in the 2025 Division 3 Grand Final from the Donvale Football Club. A big congratulations to number 2, Zach Haig. We'll now start the medal presentations. Zach, I'll get you to step back up again. Number 2, Zach Haig. Number 6, Kyle Haney. Number 7, Nick Day. Number 9, Jake Wignall. Number 13, Ben Lyle. Number 15, Toby Nash. Number 21, James Pell. Number 27, Braden Bowden. Number 28, Zach Shade. Number 31, William Lambert. Number 32, Charlie Kent. Number 33, James McNamara. Number 38, Nicola Simic. Number 39, Michael Wolf. Number 41, Joshua Hopkins. Number 43, Ben Jeffrey. Number 44, Nakota Brooking. Number 45, Jamie Fabris. Number 47, Harry Ablett. Number 49, Luke Lucas. Number 51, Aiden Rush. Number 62, Wilman Curvis. Number 68, Patrick Toscano. Assistant coach, Andrew Lucas. Additional assistant coach, Stephen Nankervis. The runner, Aidan Bagley. Team manager, Brad Wolf. Trainer, George Giles. Another assistant coach, Daniel Mead. I'll now call on the captain, number 34, Cade Fidelani. And the coach of the Donvale Football Club, Daniel Michelangeli.
Thank you. First of all, to Ringwood Football Club and EFL, congratulations on putting such a great day on. To the Upper Ferntree Gully Football Club, geez, you're a tough side. Strong at the contest all day, and you just brought it. We had to work our ass off to get over the line. Now, we knew that would be the case. You've been the benchmark all year, so congratulations on your year, and hold your heads up high, and I'm sure there's success around the corner. To my boys, we've been working our ass off for the last 9 months, but as a club, this has been a work in progress over the last 4 years. You bring it every game you take the field, and I just know you've always got my back, and I know I can rely on you boys. I love you so much. Yeah, this one here is for me old man who passed away a couple of months ago, so this one's for you, Dad.
I'll now ask Tim Vinamore to present the Premiership Cup to the Donvale Football Club. Congratulations.